Tien was the coolest character when he was first introduced, and even though he had a downfall, most people would disagree that he was at the top, but I believe so, and it is true. So, how did he fall so far? We are first introduced to Tien when he's with the Crane School and even taunts Yamcha before they fight, with Yamcha actually putting up a pretty good fight, being able to push him back even with kicks and even make him kneel on the ground, showing that Yamcha is strong. Before then he charges up a Kamehameha and fires it at Tien, but Tien does one of the coldest things in Dragon Ball. He redirects it back at Yamcha. This shit was crazy. He is at a different level, and then he breaks his leg after the fight's over, when Yamcha's already knocked out. Tien is the GOAT of the series. He redirected a Kamehameha and then broke the guy's leg, and he just looks down and he's like, bro, you weak, and then he just leaves the fight, bro. He's the GOAT. Tien faces off against Jackie Chun, the previous winner of the tournament, in the semi-finals, as he goes blow for blow with him, proving why Jackie Chun had won the tournament previously. And Jackie Chun actually seemingly had an advantage over him, being more skilled, though in the end, Roshi actually decides to forfeit, though he says that he thinks Tien would have won, as Tien has to go against Goku, the strongest turtle student, as they then face off, as Tien actually starts by getting the advantage over Goku, being able to overpowering him, and seemingly being stronger and more skilled. However, there's something weird going on, as Chaozu is actually using his psychic powers to hold Goku back. Tien then stops him from doing this, and the battle really begins, as the two then face off, seemingly being equals, though Goku starts to pull ahead, being able to counter the four witches by using his tail, and then when Tien uses the solar flare and tries to blind Goku, Goku's able to get the advantage by getting the sunglasses from Roshi using his speed, as Tien charges up his strongest attack, the Tri-Beam, and tries to finish Goku, though Goku's able to dodge it and hit Tien with a headbutt. It was about to seem like Goku was about to win, though Goku's hit by a car before he could have gotten the advantage, making Tien the winner of the tournament. However, in the next saga, Piccolo kills Chaozu and Roshi, and this inspires Tien to learn the Mafuba technique, as after his victory he actually thinks he could even defeat Piccolo, though he's beaten up by Drum easily, and is forced to be saved by Goku after he had drank the Ultra Divine Water, as Goku's able to one-shot Drum before then defeating the Demon King himself, showing that Tien is not strong enough. To mitigate this, he then trains with Korin and is able to get stronger. However, his friend Chaozu is defeated by an old master who hated them now, Tao Pai Pai, as he then faces off against him in the quarterfinals of the 23rd Budokai. And it's seemingly like Tien had the advantage until Tao cheated and used a weapon to create a scar on Tien, though Tien's eventually able to pull out the victory anyway, using his righteous anger against him, as he then faces off against Goku in the semi-finals. However, this time it's not as close as you would think, as Tien is able to put up a good fight and force Goku to take off his weights, though he's eventually defeated by Goku, as Goku is just too fast and too powerful, with Goku then going off to defeat Piccolo Jr. in the final round, proving his strength as the strongest in the world. Battle against Raditz, where Goku had died, Tien has to train for the Saiyan Invasion, training with his friends like even Yamcha, who had forgiven him for breaking his leg, as they're then ready for the battle after they had trained, with Piccolo and Gohan arriving to help in the battle against the Saiyans, though Nappa's just too strong, as Chaozu dies, self-destructing on Nappa, and even though it does seem like it killed him, it actually did barely any damage, as Nappa is ready to sprawl with everybody there, as he then takes on Tien and cuts his arm off with ease. And Tien does his best and is able to land one last pot shot before dying. And after this point, he doesn't do anything on Namek, proving to be extremely useless until his big moment. After Cell had absorbed Android 17, even Android 16, who had rivaled him before, is now useless, as 18 is about to be captured and taken by Cell and absorbed. However, Tien arrives, the hero of this story, and uses his ultimate technique, the Kikoho. Though Cell mocks him until he's hit by the attack, and he's actually affected badly as Tien fires out the attack and Cell takes critical damage from the attack, though Tien also takes tons of damage. And eventually Tien falls before Cell, though he is able to buy time for Vegeta to arrive, proving that the Saiyans aren't the only useful fighters and one of the best moments in Dragon Ball Z. Though Tien gets a chance to fight Boo-Tank's one of the strongest characters in Dragon Ball Z, he is just easily defeated by him, so it doesn't really do a lot for his character besides showing he's still kinda loyal. Though Dragon Ball Super then mangles his character and makes him pretty irrelevant, as he fights Frieza soldiers in Resurrection F in the 1000 soldier fight, and he does do pretty well, I can't lie. Though after this, he gets literally one-shotted by Tagoma, a random, probably weaker than Zarbon and Dodoria before his training. Though he does open a dojo later in Super right before the TOP, and has many students, and he is a decent master. However, there's this one student named, well, her name's Piss, like that's her name, Urine. And basically, she controls Master Roshi by using her feminine charm and getting a tag on him before then getting him to fight Tien. And you would think Tien would win because he's been training, well, Roshi hasn't, though Tien gets absolutely bodied by Roshi with the Thunder Shock surprise, forcing Goku to step in and defeat Roshi in an intense battle. Though Tien, it even gets worse with him, as he then has to deal with a sniper and he needs to sacrifice himself just to defeat a long-ranged fighter? What? It really does not make sense with Dragon Ball Super, and even in the manga, Tien is struggling against a Metal Man, which makes sense as even Super Saiyan struggle against that. However, he can't even insult him, even though he can insult people in the 22nd Budokai. Whatever, he does help in the battle against Moro with the Spirit Fission, though he doesn't do anything against Cell Max, as he doesn't even appear in Dragon Ball Super Superhero. Well, Tien has fallen, and we can see this when initially he could defeat the main character, Son Goku, and now he's struggling with a villain of the week in the Sniper in the Tournament of Power. However, Tien has fallen, and we can clearly see this. However, people still really like Tien, and he could still rise, and there's still chances that he can. And he's still done amazing things in his past, and even though it has been hard, and you could still do well, and he may even fight Goku and Daima, who knows? I know Tien has gone through a rocky patch, but there's still a chance in Dragon Ball Daima, and there's still a chance for even us, even with all the hard times that are going on with all of real life, we can still do well shown with Tien, and he may even appear in my channel for a new video. So yeah, that's the video. Thanks for watching this video. Remember to subscribe, like, and press that notification button to see more Dragon Ball content like this.